Imagine, if you will, living in a city where everything is connected literally in a straight line. Do you think the idea of a hyperconnected city is possible, especially in the middle of the desert? It seems that deserts are becoming trendy, and also we could agree to say that it takes great visionaries to create something as unbelievable as the giga project we will see in the following video. The Line is an innovative project that reimagines urban life, putting people's needs and convenience first. Followed by many controversial debates where people can't even conceive how it's possible to live in a utopian city that is only 120 metres wide and 170 kilometres long. Can vertical living in the Line become the future of modern architecture? Or will this mega project fail? I don't know about you, but I would have to see it before deciding whether to move there. But let's not judge before knowing more. And let's go a little further with this one. The Line was first announced back in 2021 by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as part of the Neom project to bring people living closer to each other, literally. And it seems that this idea could easily become a reality as work started in October 2022. So what lies behind the mirrored walls? Stretching across the desert, the Line intends to be a futuristic megacity built from scratch. As part of the project's Saudi Vision 2030, the city is expected to generate more than 400,000 job openings. If you ever get a chance to look behind the mirrored walls, you'll discover a city that puts the citizens' needs first. The whole concept lies in the idea for every service to be easily accessible in a 5-minute walk or a short train trip. It seems like it's a lot to promise that people will be able to cover a distance of 17 kilometres from one end to the other in 5 minutes. But who knows? Maybe they have already figured it out, and we only have to wait for the Line to be completed. What would the Line look like? Imagine two parallel buildings, 170 kilometres long, facing each other, running from the Red Sea coast to the city of Tabuk. The outdoor space between these mirrored buildings would be green and sustainable. The plan is for artificial intelligence to monitor the quality of life and collect data so investors can improve it if necessary. But what's the purpose of the Line? Why go through so much effort to create a whole new city in the middle of nowhere? Well, putting a futuristic product in the middle of the desert has only one reason: to use the free space smartly. A true prince's dream. Modern urban areas are becoming too crowded, so people are getting more used to the idea of embracing the future and cutting-edge technology. This results in zero-carbon cities, renewable energy, and eco-friendly transport solutions. The Line's purpose is to attract business investors worldwide. Besides being a place to live, the Line is also imagined to be an innovation and business hub, as well as a tourist centre in the middle of Saudi Arabia. Still, many think the project is destined to fail. The idea of a linear city may seem appealing, but do you think all the technology Neom is based on already exists? Many issues need to be considered before putting hope in such a massive project. However, Neom is already working on clearing the land to make room for the Line. And even after that, many people are sceptical that this would work out anytime soon. Maybe in a few decades, or even more. We'll simply have to practice our patience with these projects. In addition, the project has faced criticism from environmentalists and human rights advocates, as it requires massive portions of land to be cleared, which will have devastating effects on local ecosystems and communities. Some critics believe the project can potentially displace local Bedouin communities who have lived in the area for generations. Still, it seems like the project will move forward despite the concerns. So what makes the idea of the Line so attractive? While many believe the Line will not succeed and may be a failure, they still like the basic idea and the architectural look it promises. But what is most captivating is the futuristic transport system designed to reduce carbon emissions. In addition, the architecture is designed to blend into the desert whilst remaining attractive. According to the project, the city is filled with green spaces and parks, providing residents with plenty of opportunities to enjoy the outdoors, even though they are between two parallel walls. Still, the line is a city that values community, with a range of luxurious amenities and services designed to foster social interaction and connection. Sounds like luxury won't be missing in many aspects inside Neom, but if there's one thing the world already knows about Saudi Arabians, it's that they know how to live a high-end lifestyle. Whilst applauding the idea of a linear oasis in the middle of the Saudi desert is an intuitive reaction, it still doesn't answer the biggest fear. What if the line negatively affects the desert tribes and their communities? Will it be an oasis when you see it outside the mirror walls? Let's not get too negative for now, and hope that everything goes as smoothly as possible. And let's now take a look at the advantages of the project. What will Neomians be promised as citizens of the line? Before diving into the promised benefits, let's just take a look at the current challenges people face. Economic uncertainty leads to frustration and everyday stress. Lack of business opportunities and inequality at work. There's so much pollution that people are literally getting sick of it. Poor healthcare for those who can't afford expensive treatments. Transport-oriented urban areas ignore the humans who simply want to walk around. There aren't many options for sports and leisure near people's homes. Fuel is very expensive, even though Saudi produces almost 11 million barrels of petroleum per day, making it the second largest producer in the world, and there are limited parking spots in cities. Too much time is lost in commuting from home to work and back, unsustainable environmental solutions that do more harm than benefit. Sounds like Neom brings a lot of dream solutions for its people, promising the opposite, plus economic opportunities, business growth, and resident-oriented institutions. Even those who don't believe the project is possible do get hooked on the idea of this slightly isolated but still luxurious way of living. On the other side, there are those who are sure nothing will ever be built, because the technologies to be implemented in the city haven't even been invented yet. So will the Prince's vision ever come to reality? The Crown Prince and Neom built their ideas on 5 qualities: sustainability, community, technology, nature, and livability, all connected. The project also features accommodation for about 9 million people who can reach out to any spot on the line in just 5 minutes, a concept that confuses many. And certainly the line is the focus of global attention. Everyone is trying to understand whether it's possible to build something linear and yet stable, safe, and secure. The reason? Saudi Arabia plans not to depend on oil anymore and focus its economic efforts on tourism and technology. Now this is what we could call thinking outside the box. And they don't even stop with the line. Neom consists of 3 mega projects, and this is only one piece of this luxurious puzzle. In addition, the Saudi prince also dreams about a floating island named Oxagon in the Red Sea. The second one is the skiing spot named Trojena, which actually is not impossible to build. Mind-blowing, don't you think? Still, the line stays the most extravagant of Neom's vision, to build a vertical concept of living in a deserted area. So can we now summarise the positives versus the negatives of the line? The main idea is almost perfect. Neom promises a sustainable living and renewable energy that minimises carbon emissions, and as a result, the transportation between the mirrored walls will be efficient and hopefully autonomous. The efficiency improves the quality of life for all residents, letting them get to every facility or institution in just a few minutes. In addition, economic growth is promised, as the line should attract foreign investors who will contribute to construction, engineering, and technology development. But, as said, almost perfect, because there is always some but or what if. What if this and similar projects suddenly cause massive relocation from current living cities to new futuristic areas? Doesn't that mean social disruption? Will life in the cities as we know them eventually disappear? Though it might take years before this even happens, the possibility still runs through our minds. What if the costs to build a project like the line are bigger than the eventual benefits? What if the whole idea for the line isn't sustainable at all? Is it a great solution to take a portion of the desert and turn it into a luxury utopian concept that not many believe will ever accomplish its promises? What if people aren't able to travel to the line from other corners of the world? Doesn't that mean it directly affects the social impact of modern living and the lack of communication? Does it go against the idea of social inclusion? The sense of community is important to many people, but does it apply in such a limited area? So many questions, what ifs and not so clear answers on the horizon. But we will keep an eye on how these giga projects develop, because believe me when I tell you, we're not done talking about this great idea.